Hi, I'm Kevin Mack, a naturalist here at the PAWS Wildlife Center. In 2011, our rehabilitation staff successfully raised and released 3 black-tailed deer fawns. With the help of a camera crew, we're able to take you along on this journey. The first fawn to come into our care was this tiny buck. He arrived at PAWS in mid-May after he was found wandering alone alongside a road. This doe arrived 2 weeks later after she was found on the grounds of a children's center near Snoqualmie, Washington. The third fawn, another doe, was found in the city of Tacoma. She was extremely weak and walking with a limp when she arrived at the Wildlife Center on July 16th. While in our care, the young fawns were housed together in a large outdoor enclosure on the PAWS campus in Linwood. It's filled with native vegetation that provides the deer with both natural food and shelter. As with all of the wild animals in our care, we do our best to have as little direct contact as possible with these deer fawns. Since a healthy fear of humans will be their best defense when they return to the wild, we'll do everything we can to avoid habituating the fawns to our presence. For fawns that are not yet weaned, we reduce our contact with them at feeding time by using a bottle rack, like this one. After the fawns get the hang of using the rack, we're able to deliver their formula without them ever seeing us. After they're weaned, the fawns feed on a steady diet of willow, maple, alder, and other native vegetation on our 8-acre campus. This diet will also be supplemented with grain until the deer are ready for release in the fall. So I need one person to stand behind there and work that. Release day for this year's fawns arrives on November 10th. The biggest challenge in releasing deer is getting them into their transport containers safely. To capture the deer, we must first herd them, one at a time, into a chute. This is done by spreading staff and volunteers across the deer pen in a line and walking slowly toward the entrance to the chute. It may look like a playground game of Red Rover, but it's the safest way to corral the apprehensive deer. It's important not to panic the deer. The calmer they stay, the less chance there is for injury. Once a deer enters the chute, a movable wall is closed behind them to trap them inside. A wooden transport container, equipped with a drop door, is then attached to an opening in the back wall of the stall. A flashlight shines through a hole at the back of the transport container, and the deer often enter the box believing that this light is an escape route. At the very least, they tend to face the light, which allows me to apply pressure from behind with a padded board and herd them forward into the container. Once the deer is inside the box, I signal a staff member or volunteer to drop the container door.
Okay, got it.
We then load the box in the back of a truck and reset the chute for the next deer. Today's roundup goes very smoothly. In just 30 minutes, all 3 deer are safely boarded and one step closer to home. The release site is a beautiful spot along the Green River. The area has ample forest and meadow habitat and is also off limits to hunting. A perfect new home for these 3 orphaned fawns. Okay. Ready? Yeah, you can go ahead and open them. When the team opens the containers, the deer are a little timid. With dozens of new sights, sounds, and smells, they have a lot to process. Eventually, the deer head into the trees, giving us one last look at their namesake black tails before disappearing from sight. They are wild again.